Hi there. You wouldn't be watching this if you didn't feel a little nervous or worried about something. What I'd like to share with you today are 3 tips about how to get out of worry and stay out of worry. And these can be worked in any order, but I'm going to sort of work them in an order today for you. So, the first part of this, and this may sound a little funny, it's obvious, but it's funny, is to turn and face what you are worried about. Now, we think we are facing it. We're worrying, right? But in truth, we're not facing what we're worried about. We're all stirred up because we want to do something about something, but we are not really doing anything about anything. When we break that cycle of worrying because we think it's doing something, but it's not, and we turn and face what we are the most afraid of straight up, then we can shine the light, and it's like putting a flashlight into a dark corner. Oftentimes we can realize that what we are feeling has very little to do with what we think it has to do with. So here's the trick. We shine that light into that dark corner. We face what it is that we are fearing. That's one very powerful first step. Just that can actually change the way we are feeling, and it can change and break the cycle of worry. Then the second thing we want to do is we want to look at whatever that situation is in a much more empowering way. And I've found that the best way to do that is in a solution-oriented way, which starts with a question, a what question, a what could happen or what needs to happen question about that thing that I'm worried about or concerned about or focusing on or avoiding focusing on, as the case may be. It's usually when we're avoiding focusing on something that we actually feel what we call worry. We think that if we push it away, we'll get away from it. But in truth, we're actually holding on to it. So when we shine that light on it and light up that dark corner, and then when we ask a very empowering question, such as, what needs to happen for this to change? What needs to happen for me to solve this problem? What needs to happen to clear this out, move this on, take care of this? We don't even have to answer the question. That's the funny thing about very empowered what questions. When we put them in our mind, instead of the, pushing back against the fear, answers can come. You try it and you'll see. Now, another really powerful thing we can do that I usually recommend first, but in this case, I like it as a little ending to our time together for our 3 tips about ending worry, getting out of worry and not getting back into it, is really just a semantic trick. And it has to do with our nervous system and the fact that we are animals that have a spinal cord and a nervous system. And when we move through our midline, so when we move from the right to the left, so in a rocking motion, this is very soothing to our nervous system. You try it with me right now, and you will notice your belly releases, your heart opens. You may be taking the first breath you've taken in a while. It's very soothing. I've helped clients get over all kinds of fears, phobias really, just using rocking. And you can rock back and forth too, if that feels better to you. But that left to right is what crosses the midline and helps bring our little frightened brain back together. So these are kind of, they may seem silly, but they're very powerful tools in their own right. Simple and, believe it or not, easy as well. Please try them and then let me know what happens. Let me know in the comments here or reach out to me in some sort of a direct way. I would love to know how this has worked for you, particularly here during the holidays. Thank you and God bless.